prize pool of
Welcome everyone to day 2 of the IEM Katowice Qualifiers. I'm your caster today, Renegade, and it is my very special honor to present in the bottom right corner, the red Zerg, Solar. And in the top left, as the blue Terran, it's none other than Special. Today is going to be double elimination. If you watched yesterday, we are to the top 16 finishers of that event. They will be facing off. One of these guys is going to be dropped into the loser's bracket after this series, while the other continues forward in the winner's bracket for a chance to travel to Katowice and compete in the main event, running from February through March. Looks like Special is opening with a double racks in the wall. Solar going hatch gas pool. Welcome, D&D CA Beyond. I saw you followed earlier this morning. It's an honor to have you here. Special is pumping out the Reapers. Now, this is a little bit interesting. It's kind of like a mid-range thing for damage. You know, he's not very all in. He's still expanding behind this. The Reapers are going to arrive a little bit later than with the proxy 2 racks, but they still have potential to do damage. Solar knows what he's up against. You can see he's not making the regular 4 lings. He's going up to 8. Queen's out. These guys are going to be zoned. However, Special is possibly going to get a pretty hefty delay on the 3rd. Solar cannot push off of creep with these lings against 3 Reapers. He's going to try and bait at the top of the ramp. I really like this. Special is not going to lose a Reaper. Solar does not want to lose this Overlord. He's going to try and at least get scouting information, delay it from going down. Hey, thank you so much for the subscription, D&D. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so Special getting up the CC, going into Orbital. I mean, this is standard as standard Terran openers can be, given that he did throw the 2 racks in the wall. I do have Stream Alerts volume turned down. IEM has an interest in these VODs being preserved and everything, so that's just to make sure it doesn't interfere with the casting. I hope that's, you know, a mix loud enough you can hear it on the stream, but it also doesn't disrupt the flow of the game. So again, thank you for the subscription. If you guys are wondering why there's no music playing, I actually had to switch to the Korea server, and I haven't casted on Korea in probably 7-8 months. So settings are a little bit wonky. Actually, let's while we have some downtime, let's fix this right away. There we go. Nothing missed. It's going to be a Cloaked Banshee play from Special. Solar with a Lair with a Roach Warren. About to finish up around the 5-minute mark. Special should be trying to hit between 5 minutes 30 and 6 minutes to try and slow down the Zerg economy, force out defensive units, things like that. Can see him already moving across, positioning, maybe going to pick off a couple early creep tumors. 3 queens. Going to zone out the early, yeah. Reaper Grenade's going to finish that tumor off. Special, pretty happy. That was the special change right there. You guys got to see it, right? You can no longer cancel the creep tumor after it's building, so... Is it though, or am I... Yeah, that was a spread creep tumor, not a drop creep tumor, so... That special, taking advantage of the special patch. There's a hot button topic. Okay, so Spire on the way for Solar. He's gonna try and stop the drone damage. Yeah, this was a very nice drone pullback. Special, not able to poke in at the economy, but, you know, Solar forced to build roaches. Those are not drones, you know, he's not spamming up to a fully saturated fourth base. So, Hellions going into the main. Banshees gunning down the drones. Spire has finished up, but again, Special is scouting this, so gonna have to see how he reacts back home. 6 mutas on the production tab. It looks like Special is going to build 2 Thors in response to this. Hyperflight Rotors under development as well, so it looks like he wants to continue the Banshee play. A couple Lings run into the third, don't really get any damage done. Two SCVs do go down. Solar's going to be wanting to find a little bit more damage with these mutas. This isn't really like end the game amount of mutas. I doubt Solar is going to continue committing to them either. This is force missile turrets mutas. This is force those Thors out mutas. And he accomplished his goal, you know. Had Special not invested in that technology, Solar could just spam these mutas and totally wreck Special, keep him at home, etc. So both players' air forces kind of zoned out of each other's bases. Solar teching into Bane speed, into Overlord speed, getting +1 range, +1 carapace, around the 830 mark. Infestation Pit is down for Hive Tech. Ravagers hitting the field. Special getting up radar towers, going into additional factories, getting his own mech upgrades. Solar's tech, I feel a little bit vulnerable here at the third location, but see, this angle is pretty defended. But if the Terran can go into this choke point, go up here, get the high ground, and then cut off the main in this space from the third and the fourth, it could be a dicey situation as we head into the late game. There is indeed going to be 9-minute Hive Tech from Solar. Well, Hive Tech starting up. Hey, thanks, Chance. Mutas and the Speed Overseer trying to chase down these Banshees. They took a little bit of a wrong turn there. Banshees should be able to deal with these Queens. The injects, or the transfusions do not go off. Solar's going to hold the line at the edge of creep for now. This isn't enough Terran to push in here. If he combines these two little forces, moves out, it shall be. Cyclone Lock-On's going to shred the remaining. You know, then get the Overseer. That means these Banshees are going to be hidden for now. A lot of creep tumors getting cleaned up. Solar's going to be pushed back for a while. Tanks going to shore up this defense. I mean, Solar cannot push into this amount of tanks at any point in time of the day. He's going into Ling attack speed, +1 melee hitting the field, +2 Carapace on the way for the Zerg. Banshees sniping down Banes, poking at the Lings a little bit. And I mean, while Special's pushing in here, he's continuing to get up other bases, he's continuing to get up production, get up other tech, and the Sling Bane. Okay, a couple crash into a missile turret. They're not really going to find connections with these SCVs. Solar doesn't want to overextend, so he's getting the damage done that he can. Banshees will eventually clean this up, but not in time to save the 4th CC. In the meantime, pretty big engagement going down here, maybe, possibly. No, Solar's going to let Special sack this base while he re-expands down here to the left. Solar dancing at the edge of creep, waiting for more Banelings to morph in. These Ravagers super exposed, but Special focusing the base rather than pouncing on him. Back home, Special has cleaned up the Ling aggression. But at the... Oh, nope, he saved the 5th CC. Okay, that's really nice. He got his 4th CC up. It's morphed into a planetary. He's going to start mining out of that. And here, Solar is going into Vipers, going into 30 Lings. We're not seeing really... Okay, he lost a lot of Lings there. Couple survive, Bermuda still in the air. Oh my god, the tanks are unsea. Okay, Special's just gonna back off. No greater Spire tech, anything like that from Solar just yet. Staying on this volatile Ling Bane style, getting up Vipers, just slowly transitioning up in the tech tree. Special keeping the creep pretty contained. Oh, the tanks might have sieged up a little bit too late. Banelings crash in. The entire tank line is going to get fried. Special still ahead in army supply, but majorly depleted here, and his forces are not all together. Here come the Thors to try and shore up the defense. Solar doesn't want to take the engagement. He's going to back off, spend a large chunk of his bank, and try to re-up the army supply. But that was a pretty nice trade for Solar. Solar's been taking the brunt of the losses. You know, Zerg doesn't trade the most efficiently against the other races. Yeah, their power is really more about the max out, the remax. You know, you crash your army in, you do like half to 2/3 damage to the other opponent's death ball, and then your power is when you remax, you get that army reinforcing really quick on creep, and then you clean up your opponent's army and go in for the kill. Solar taking not the best trades throughout this game, but he's still in it. He's still got a chance. The Terran should be moving out of 5th base quite shortly here. Banshees still trying to find damage where they can. No spores at this base, no queens to defend, no Air Force of any kind. Here come a couple mutas to force these guys out. Reinforcing spore going to shore up the defense, but 5 more drones do fall. With players even on workers, which does favor the Terran, it looks like some queens might get sniped down. Okay, 1 queen will. Lings are going to come in, try and get the wraparound. They're not all going to commit to it though, so Special just getting some free Zerglings. Another Ling run by, going to hit the Terran economy. Blue Flame Hellions coming back to clean it up. Special without too many losses, about 4 SCVs went down. Oh no, Solar misrallied some drones. Are gonna get, this could be like a mistake, this could also be a misrally. Did I just say this could be a mistake? This could also be a misrally? Holy crap, my sentences today. It could be intentional just to clear up supply. Six Infestors hitting the field for Solar, really getting into the spellcasters. Baneling morphing, not going to happen. Banshees clean that up from the air. Solar going to try to broadside these Hellions. Special's control too good. He's going to kite back, burn a few more Lings, burn a few more Banelings. Solar is maxed out, but without really a bank to remake, so he needs to take a very good trade against this Terran army as Special looks to snipe this base once again. That tank fire is too much for this Ling Bane. Special slowly creeping forward. Solar going for another Ling backstab. The barracks is actually going to scout this, so Special going to have time to respond, pull a couple Hellions if he so wishes. His attention can spare it. Neural Parasite dropped on 3 of the Thors. They're going to gun down some Terran units. Pick off a tank before they turn on each other. Solar backed up to the maximum range he can while he tries to diminish the Thor count. The Ling run-by was successful behind this, picking off a mineral line. Special still pretty okay in economy, though. Tank fire doing terrible things to the Zerg army. 7 more Infestors coming out for Solar. Vikings in the air, pumping out, or taking down the Overseers. GG is called, and Special takes game number 1. Spawning in the bottom right as the red Zerg, it's Solar. Spawning in the top left as the blue Terran. It's Estrella? No, it's Special. Sorry for the little bit of a production flood. It's not enough time in lobby to change the names. But we did get WCS Game Heart this time, though, guys. Huzzah! Huzzah for the Game Heart! Estrella, oh my god. I'm gonna call them Estrella all game now. Solar, opening with a hatch first. Special. Not gonna put 2 barracks in the wall with the natural this time. It's just gonna be your normal barracks. Your normal or Reaper expand. Special and Solar had a little bit of a slugfest in game number 1. Solar was going for these Ling backstabs toward Special's 3rd base. Special just gaining advantages here and there, being up a couple workers, sniping 2-3 drones with his Banshees, pushing back the creep on a constant basis, never really allowing Solar to maintain any kind of balance. Yeah, spam those Doritos to help Juanito. And, what are Doritos without Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel, you know? Another sponsor of the Intel Extreme Masters. Also, if you have not heard the news, welcome to the first event of the ESL Pro Circuit. Of course, there was yesterday's, but it wasn't announced until this morning. Well, at least morning by Eastern US standards. But WCS is no more. It was a very good 7-year run for the World Championship Series, run by Blizzard, but StarCraft Professional Esports is in good hands with the coalition of ESL, of DreamHack, and of course, IEM. And this is the very first event in that brand new circuit. A fusion core has been dropped by Special. Now, this is interesting. On Triton, yeah, it's not the longest rush distance in the map pool, I don't believe. But Special's battle cruisers are, oh god, falling into the caster trap. Okay, there's something special, you know. Thank you for the follow, Pale SC2. Really appreciate it. He's been known to terrorize the Zerg race with these battle cruisers, with dank Hellion pushes toward the Zerg third as those battle cruisers hit. And if you're a Zerg player, you might want to, you know, you might want to close your eyes for a little bit, because I think we're going to see the deaths of many drones if Solar does not react to this properly. First battle cruiser in production. Solar has scouted the fusion core. Special throwing down additional factories. Ling's coming to zone out the Hellions. A couple early Hellion kills are going to help Solar in the defense here quite a bit. A Ling stab gets through the wall, but these two Hellions should be more than enough to clean up. Special is a top tier Terran. His control is just a little bit too good for that kind of trick to work. Solar reacting with a Spire. Overlord miraculously surviving. BC defending. Special's third. Another Ling run by attempts to happen. These roaches might assault the wall. Solar's gonna opt not to. He's gonna back up, head back home. Hellions finally find some damage. About a half dozen drones being roasted down. Oh, 9. See if they can get a 10th before... No, it's not going to be enough. One Hellion does escape with its life. Solar changed his mind. He is going to assault the wall. 3 Hellions, not enough to defend that, but... It's an interesting decision that Special, you know, respects Solar enough that after he was scouted, he made the decision to not blink the battle cruiser over. He's like, well, this is a good enough player that I'm not even gonna bother. You know, I don't think my gamble's going to work if I try to institute that coin flip scenario. This tank should be able to clean up these roaches, no problem. They might get a couple SCV kills if they click the SCVs instead of the refinery, which they will not. I think Special in a pretty good position here. He's ahead on workers against the Zerg. Solar just now starting up his 4th. It's a little bit late here because he did want to make sure he was defended against the battle cruiser if Special chose to take that route. 10 more roaches on the way for him. Infestation pit about halfway done as he moves into Hive Tech. Hey Dolan, so we're using a logos.sc2 mod and Special started the lobby like really quickly, so we couldn't change the names fast enough. Welcome to the stream, man. 13 SCVs go down to these Mutalisk. Hellions trading exactly the same on the other side of the map. Oh, actually, Special's gonna do more damage. Special a little bit supply blocked. He's gonna drop some to alleviate that. This troublesome Overseer gonna get picked off. as Solar moves into a Swarm Host play. Nidus going down for Solar. As he prepares these Swarm Hosts, he's gonna drop it outside the third base. This battle cruiser, like, inches away from scouting it, though. The Muta's gonna bait it away. And this play might work from Solar. Only 2 tanks to gun down the Locusts. And when the Locusts land, they're gonna be landing in here. So the tanks are going to be friendly firing the SCVs. Corruptors tagged onto the floating barracks. Not going to matter too much. They're trying to go after the CC. Battlecruiser cleans up the Nidus Swarm. Locusts go into the main, not able to pick off too much production. Only 6 SCVs falling so far. These Hellions will be able to shut down the Nidus before it pops. Hey, I see Dave and Dolan commenting on the production flubs in chat. You know what? It's entirely my fault, and I apologize. We had to... It's not really an excuse, but I had to very quickly switch to the Korea server, and it just added a little bit to the production that I wasn't prepared for, so I made a couple flubs. Thank you for tuning in, though. Special double pumping battle cruisers going into mech upgrades. Locust Wave going to connect with the tank line. EC's engaged with the Corruptors. Special should be able to save these, but GG is called. Solar evens up the score 1-1. Yeah, I do have 2-minute delay in compliance with the rules, but map number 3 is going to be Ephemeron. In the bottom right-hand corner, as the red Zerg, give it up once again for Solar. And in the top left, as the blue Terran, it's Special. Both players have a point on the board. So far in the series, neither player dealing like a massive death blow to the other. Just like trades here and there, pretty even. One player gets a slight upper hand, or slight to moderate upper hand, and the other one chooses to tap out. But we should see a fight to the death here in game number 3. Excuse me. Hatch gas pool out of Solar. Standard Reaper expand again from Special. Now, you might be asking yourself, what the heck are two Koreans doing in the NA qualifiers? Well, with the new ESL Pro circuit, there's no longer region lock. As of, well, yesterday/today, depending on if you count the announcement or, you know, the beginning of this event, they're server locked. So that means if either of these two players have to play a North American or a European, it's going to be on the NA server. These guys are both in Korea, so, you know, well, why the heck wouldn't they play on Korea, right? Because they're going to be dealing with the same ping anyway. So you might as well give them both good ping and have some good games as opposed to whatever the heck the ping to America from Korea is. But if they were to play Neeb, for example, they're going to be playing Neeb on his home turf. Special. Getting an engineering bay block off on the third. It's going to be just a little bit of time before Solar can expand here, and of course, Special will cancel that engineering bay. Refund a lot of the minerals. Double Hellions coming out for Special. Nothing crazy with this opener. A second factory going down, meaning Special is going into mech. Solar able to get that expansion down with just a little bit of a delay. Yeah, I don't think that's the right Solar. 3156 Zerg Platinum US. Yeah, I don't think that's the Solar. There we go. $6,800 Zerg sounds better. Special poking in with the Hellions, with the Reaper. Look, okay, functionally, Special is a Korean player, right? He's in the Korean style. He lives in Korea, basically, right? He's at the he's at the team house. He practices with Koreans, but he's from Guadalajara, Mexico. So what are you, like, as far as this event's concerned, he's a Korean server player too, right? Like, so if you think about it, do you associate Special more with, like, Cham or Alpha X Latin America, or do you associate him more with players like Solar? Do you associate him more with players like Maru, for example? They're about to finish for Solar. Stim started up for Special. Couple queens do fall. This fight could go either way, but I think Solar has the hold here. Does he though? Yeah. +1 infantry weapons on the way. Or Special. It's like he is not going to go mech after all. It's going for a bio tank play. Lynx do get in on the tanks, and it looks like Solar will get the kill on 2 of them. Maybe. Will he, though? No, he's not. Gets the kill on 1. Special cleans up. Solar grabbing himself a Spire. We should see a couple Mutalisk out of this. Indeed we will. 8 are going to head onto the field. Special actually not going to back this push up with tanks. Remaining Hellions and Cyclones from his initial push are going to head out in front of the Marines. They're actually going to engage without the Marines. Is he distracted from the... Yeah, he got distracted from the Mutalisk. Solar takes the series 2-1.